and immediately blended with a spoon, so made a porridge. And he said, take this, it will immediately cut off the effect of the green chili. So, such a simple thing, but Prabhupada was attentive to all details. He saw, one of his disciples suffering because of the green chili. Immediately he gave the antidote. Prabhupada was very expert also. He knew, how to handle any situation, any situation practically. So, he was the first sannyasi to conduct the marriage ceremony. Then Prabhupada writes, no sannyasis would even participate in the marriage ceremony, not to speak of conducting marriage ceremony. And to conduct marriage ceremony, the bride has to be dressed in sari, and the Western disciples, his Western lady disciples, they would not know how to wear sari. Prabhupada taught his Western lady disciples how to wear sari. Can you imagine? And he was sannyasi. He would, it's unimaginable, right? The extent of Prabhupada's compassion. He wanted them to, be situated in Krishna consciousness. Wear nice sari on their wedding, and be united in the service of Radha and Krishna. So himself taught his lady disciples how to wear saris, and he said, if my godmothers hear this, they will criticize me. So Prabhupada, went all his way out to take care of devotees who were coming to the lotus feet of Gopi Vallabh. One of his very first lady disciples was Mother Janaki. Yeah, Mother Janaki, of course, she was very dear to Prabhupada. In between, later, she, kind of left the Krishna consciousness movement actively and was not in the forefront. But Prabhupada, even those who have, served Prabhupada any time, Prabhupada was always affectionate to them, even if they left for some time. So Prabhupada went to meet Janaki, very first lady disciple. And Prabhupada was affectionate, very encouraging to her. And she had a pet cat in her home. And that cat crawled and came near Prabhupada's lotus feet. And Prabhupada started stroking the cat with his lotus feet. Right? So it was, amazing mercy which the Janaki's cat was getting. So anyone who is related to a devotee can actually be blessed. So this cat was really a blessed cat. So Prabhupada stroked the cat with his lotus feet, and then Prabhupada asked, so Janaki, are you giving her Mahaprasad milk? Just imagine, Prabhupada was concerned that this cat should get milk offered to Krishna. So the pets, even we were at Devikinanda Guru's house, and Mataji, she keeps some rice which are offered to the Lord, or the birds also. Right? So by the Vaishnavas, by the devotees' mercy, the animal, the birds, they may also be delivered. Another time, Prabhupada was in his room, and he saw that there was an insect crawling in the room. And Prabhupada told his servant, look over there, do you see something over there? He didn't know what to look for. So he's confused. Prabhupada, what do you want? Look over there, look over there. Look, someone is there, Prabhupada said. And there was a tiny insect crawling, and his servant could not even notice. And then Prabhupada pointed out, look carefully, there is an insect crawling in the corner of a room. He is lost, Prabhupada said. He is lost. He is confused. He is hungry, looking for food. Pick him up carefully and place him on the leaf of a plant. Outside the window, there was a plant. And the servant was amazed. He is the founder Acharya, taking care of the worldwide movement, right? Leading, replying to all the needs of disciples and leading from the front. But he sees that there is one insect which is lost, who is hungry, confused. He gives personal attention even to that insect. And just see, even an insignificant insect, Prabhupada has a caring heart for that insect also. So how much more here we get important lesson. First of all, what we learn, one thing we learn here is, although Prabhupada is doing great things, he is even concerned about one small insignificant soul. Is one important lesson we get. Secondly, we all are like that insect, lost, confused, hungry for the love of the Lord. And it's a pure devotees who they notice us and pick us up and situate us rightly. So, another important lesson we get from this pastime is, if the insect also needs to be taken, Prabhupada also showed that we should take care of even the insignificant insect. What to speak of the devotees? How much more attention we should be giving to devotees who at times may wander away, they may feel lost, confused. So we have to, bring them back to the national constitutional position our Loknath Prabhu is saying. So like that. So Shivanand Sen was concerned again for a dog. He paid 10 times the price to take the dog on a ferry to cross the river. If there was like $1 per passenger, he gave $10 to be paid to carry the dog, because the boatman said dog not allowed on the boat. So then in India, when times the price, and then he minded down. He said, okay, for you we'll make exception. So then the dog was carried, and when the dog left, Shivanand sent 10 people to search for the dog. And I was narrating this pastime in Bangladesh, and one of the Maharaj was there in the class, one of the sannyasis, Bhakti Advait Nadeep Swami Maharaj. He heard this. And I said, look, how he sent 10 people searching for a dog. Then Maharaj said, that means if a devotee leaves, at least 100 people should search for him. Any time a devotee leaves the association, 100 devotees should be searching for him to bring that person back. But what may happen is, at times no one even knows. Not even one person tries to reach out. And His Holiness Narendra Swami Maharaj says, I go to some community and I ask, where is that devotee? He would dance enthusiastically, come for the Guru Puja. I don't see him now. And other members, we also don't see him now. Where has he gone? We are not aware of it. Suddenly, where has he gone? It was so, painful to the heart to see that, because that is not what exemplified by Lord Chaitanya, his associates, Srila Prabhupada. So therefore, devotee care, we need to take care of devotees in every aspect. Another beautiful pastime of Prabhupada is caring for children. Giriraj Swami Maharaj narrates the story. He said, one of the very first child in our movement was Saraswati, the daughter of Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Mother Malati. So Saraswati was so restless. She would run from here to there. So there was a bhoga feast. There was a feast was cooked and bhoga was offered. The prasadam was kept in so many tumblers and buckets. And Saraswati looked into one of the buckets and she fell into the bucket of chutney. Right? And Giriraj Maharaj says, so all the devotees became concerned about the chutney. Prabhupada was concerned about Saraswati. Is Saraswati all right? So like that, so Prabhupada's. And she, of course, she was all right, so. But we were really concerned. And he would specifically, at the end of the class, Prabhupada would call all the children and give cookies himself to the children. So it was his love and affection for all, whether they are animal, insects, children, devotees, women. So there are 12 broad recipients of care. We discussed in the Devotee Care seminar, and we can have actually see Prabhupada's pastime leading to each, how he cared for everyone. So that was his care for children. Another time, Mother Yamuna, she felt very sick. And before doing any blood test, Prabhupada looked into her eyes and Prabhupada diagnosed. Seems you have got jaundice. And then it was confirmed by the medical test. So then Prabhupada told Yamuna Mataji, he said, now I will take charge of your recovery. He said, no longer can you sleep on the floor. And Prabhupada immediately had the devotees bring a proper bed for her. And then he told the devotee that she needs to be given this specific diet. And then Prabhupada got some Ayurvedic medicine for her, which was very bitter. And Prabhupada said, you will have to take this medicine in front of me. Everything. Similarly, Giriraj Maharaj, he narrates a story how though Prabhupada wanted his devotees to work hard to serve, he wanted them to be happy and always feel encouraged in Krishna service. So Giriraj Maharaj was trying to get the permission for Bombay temple. And in India, to get any legal permissions means extremely difficult. So he would go to the offices and the court and all the government people and so on and so forth. Go in the morning, come back in the evening, late in the evening. And then Prabhupada one day saw that, Giriraj was standing, that time of Brahmachari. Giriraj is standing behind. And the devotees are dancing and kirtan in front of Radharas Bihari. And then Prabhupada saw that he's standing with his face down, kind of feeling very discouraged. And then Prabhupada said, Prabhupada spoke on the microphone. He said, permission or no permission, you have to chant and dance before the deities. And then, devotees pulled Giriraj Maharaj and then he started dancing. And gradually, when he started dancing, he felt that energy and that mercy coming. Sometimes, our difficulties prevent us from even embracing the solution. So then Giriraj Maharaj, he immediately, within a short time, he felt very encouraged, chanting and dancing for the deities. So all the sadness of his heart, it just evaporated. So how Maharaj narrates that how Prabhupada really wanted all of us not just serve the Lord with hard work, but also feel encouraged in the Krishna service. And he knew how to encourage the devotees. So that's another beautiful pastime. It's like again taking care of the devotees' emotions, their spiritual well-being. Then I would like to narrate one or two last pastime, and then today there's a kids camp here at 9:15. Yeah, so we should be ending on time. So this is one or two pastime related by His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj. He said, I witnessed Prabhupada personally taking care of the devotees. Prabhupada was giving a class, devotee was sitting, and he saw one of his lady disciples, Supriya Devi. She was feeling cold. She was not having enough winter clothing. And Prabhupada also noticed. At the end of the class, Prabhupada called the temple president and he spoke something very instructive. I'd like to read that. Yeah. Just a minute. I would like to read the exact words of Prabhupada. Yeah. Then Prabhupada said, he turned to the temple president and spoke very gravely. Prabhupada said, she needs warm clothes. She is feeling cold. She is a humble devotee. She would not ask for it. Right? So again, see, Prabhupada gave a very balanced understanding of devotee care. Now, devotee care doesn't mean that everyone keep expecting and asking for it. What are you doing about devotee care? And so on and so forth. It's not about demanding. Prabhupada said, she is a humble devotee. She will not ask for it. She will not tell you. But you as a leader must know these things. You must provide for her without her being asking for it. And so, this is a beautiful understanding. So Prabhupada could see that how come you are not able to notice? You are a leader. She is feeling cold. She will not ask for it. She is humble. You provide for her all her needs. So therefore, devotee care is all about being sensitive to the person left and right of us at our home. You have to see that what's the need of the devotees, what do they need, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual. And we should be sensitive, we should be observant and provide for it so that they feel encouraged in their Krishna worship. And then this is the final pastime. Maharaj narrates, he says, this is February 1972. Prabhupada was doing Pandal program at Chopati. There were 20,000 people attending. Prabhupada was sitting on the stage with the devotees. And then, of the 20,000 people, somehow Prabhupada spots a young American person sitting in the crowd. Prabhupada sent his disciples and said, call that person on the stage. And Maharaj was hesitant. But somehow Prabhupada called, so out of respect he came and sat on the stage. But he said, I was feeling very uncomfortable to be in the limelight on the stage. So very uncomfortable. Prabhupada sensed it. And Prabhupada just glanced at Maharaj and he just smiled, telling him it's all right. And comforted him, just with a smile comforted him. So then he felt quite relaxed, otherwise very bit of tense or nervous, uncomfortable. So Prabhupada comforted him. After the talk, Maharaj came to touch Prabhupada's feet, and he had seen in the Indian culture, sadhus they touch their feet. And immediately some of the disciples scolded him. Don't do this, it's not allowed. Go back. And again Prabhupada looked at Maharaj again, he just was, he felt he had committed some offense. And he was again looking like tense, worried that he has offended Prabhupada by doing this. Prabhupada again looked at him, and it's all right, he can touch my feet. You see how again Prabhupada comforted him. And then finally, Prabhupada's party departed, and after a few months, the Prabhupada's party came to Vrindavan, and Radha Maharaj was also in Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, Prabhupada was giving classes, Radha Mandir, and other places. And Maharaj was attracted towards Prabhupada from this interaction and how he was very personal, taking care. So he always felt it attracted, and he started going to Prabhupada's classes. And then the devotees started preaching to him, the devotees that they saw that he's attending Prabhupada's classes. They told him of the mission and they said, now, you should now, that we'll be leaving soon, you should join our party and travel with us. But Maharaj didn't want to. He wanted to stay in Vrindavan. So he didn't respond positively and he told him, I would like to stay here. So then the devotees increased their forceful preaching to him. Right? You should not be staying here, just be independent. Now that you are attending Prabhupada's class, you follow his teachings. So they kind of, someone started chastising him also. It became a very tense situation for him. And again feeling guilty at heart. So then one day Prabhupada gave a class near Radha Govind temple. And at the end of the class, Prabhupada started walking. And everyone was sitting, there was only one way to walk. And everyone was sitting. And all the crowd parted, leaving an aisle for Prabhupada to walk. And while Prabhupada is walking, everyone is offering obeisances from both the sides. Right? Just imagine a scene, Prabhupada is walking down the aisle, there's a huge crowd, everyone is offering obeisances. So Maharaj is also sitting way at the back. And he also offered his obeisances. Right? Everyone is bowing down. And Prabhupada stood right in front of him. As he got up, after offering obeisances, looked up, Prabhupada is standing right in front of him. and then Prabhupada asked him a question. So how long have you been staying in Vrindavan? I became very tense, very worried. That devotee must have told Prabhupada, that I'm like independent, I want to stay in Vrindavan, which is not good. And he thought, no, Prabhupada will tell me to leave Vrindavan, and it will be like very difficult for me. I will not be able to disobey Prabhupada, but I will not be able to obey him also. My heart is in Vrindavan. What will I do? So like his heartbeat increased with that question. How long have you been staying in Vrindavan? So I said, Prabhupada, I'm here for the last 3 months. I said, do you like Vrindavan? I said, very much. And then just Prabhupada closed his eyes and smiled. He said, Vrindavan is so nice. Never leave Vrindavan. Right? So it's the goal of life. And he saw to the heart, and Maharaj said, actually, Prabhupada just won over me with that interaction. And then I became ready to do anything for him now. You see? Then of course, you can say that he actually never left Vrindavan, physically he had to leave, but he always kept Vrindavan in his heart. And wherever he got the opportunity, he manifested that Vrindavan outside also. So first in the altar of Radha Gopinath, very unique altar, where there are monkeys, swans, parrots, peacocks, bulls, cows, ducks, right? The trees of Vrindavan, very unique altar. Right? So in a small altar he created Vrindavan. And then expanded the Vrindavan to Vrindavan forest. There was a land which was all the garbage was done. But then he created Vrindavan forest, removed all the garbage. Then he created Vrindavan Govardhan village, which is much bigger. So actually he never left Vrindavan. So like that. So that's how Prabhupada's care, how he was so sensitive, understanding the heart of the devotees, always encouraging. And by his care, Prabhupada inspired, surrendered the hearts of his disciples. He didn't just instructed them to surrender, but he actually inspired great surrender in the heart of devotees. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Om Gyanatimiraandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave. So, basically I would like to speak a few words on appreciating the gifts that Srila Prabhupada has given us. understand our good fortune. The nature of Kali Yuga is, it doesn't matter how many times you have heard things, but there is a tendency to forget. That is why scriptures also say 3 times. Haranam, 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 Eva Keva, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Dadbhya lagi Haranam Mukti 3 बार, Jadalo ko bujhaite Puna Evakar. Dadbhya lagi, just to emphasize, Haranam Mukti 3 बार. Haranam, Haranam. Then Eva, Jadalo ko bujhaite. The dull brain you have to inject inside thick skin